You live?
She gonna say.
Yeah, you will.
I'm gonna go.
Yep.
She gonna say 3, 2, 1. Laugh.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Bring some napkin.
I forgot to bring the napkins.
I got this hand down.
Let me get them on. Y'all got the right one?
We don't know.
Oh.
Bloopers, right? Take one.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome everyone. Good evening. Of course, we have some little delays, but I love it. Y'all so supportive, right? We just love it. In Atlanta, traffic do what it do, so you gotta be patient. No child left behind, so you can't let the kids, Welcome tonight to the Two-Edged Sword. Tonight, we have two guests that we'll let introduce themselves shortly in a second. Tonight's title is Entitlement. Why are women entitled, or why do women feel like they're entitled? We want to know why the men feel like they're entitled, right? It's not just y'all. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you're super popular. No, sorry.
You got to ring off on the side. All day long.
Hopefully it'll mine go off. No, don't go. So,
right this time.
This is a huge topic, and everybody knows the show's live. It's unscripted, so you get the raw, you get the cut. We very super transparent, very non-judgmental. It is what it is. As long as you're here to tell your truth, how you feel, honestly, from that truthful perspective, then it's good. We all gonna agree to disagree. Yeah. There's no right, no wrong. What we do is we try to come together so that we can figure out the minds of one another. The females need to understand the minds of the male to the best of our ability, and y'all need to understand the mind of the woman to the best of your ability.
Fellas, if y'all listening, we'll never be able to understand them.
Like she said, we'll never be understand, right?
Never.
I mean, that's how we created.
It's a saying that God gave women everything that they needed to survive, and they still go out and switch it. They go out and change it. You can be beautiful, eyelashes, all that, but you got them eyelashes on like this goddamn.
We're gonna get into. So now I know y'all like, who are these men that are talking? So let's introduce ourselves and get into it. So of course I'm the host, La'Tanya Moore-Newsome. To the right you have Ashley, aka the sweetheart, Ashley, right? That's a favorite song, right? Then to the left, we're gonna let these amazing men introduce themselves. Our special guests are.
Yes, I'm Zoe, aka Zoe Money. NBH Entertainment, Radical Vibes Promotions. Do a little bit of everything, man. So y'all seen me on here before. I know. Couple times, you know what I'm saying? And I'm planning on being back.
Yes. Thank you for your continuous support. We love it.
And I'm Dink, better known as Dinkaroni, NDH in the building. You know what I mean? That's how we do it.
Okay. Welcome, you guys. Welcome.
Thank you.
Everybody follow these social medias.
Yes, sir.
And let's support one another. Huge on support. So we're big on support. We all can win. It's enough money for all of us, right?
Right.
So with entitlement being our topic, let me give a brief introduction. It's funny that the men picked this topic.
Yes.
Why women feel entitled?
I can't wait to do this segment.
Definition, you guys. For those of you that don't know, I didn't really kind of think of it. Entitlement is not a word I think we think about every day when we're doing the day-to-day things. That it's like, why is she tripping? Why is he tripping? He feeling entitled. It's just like kind of natural flow that kind of goes. But it is called entitlement. Definition: having the right to something. The belief that one is inherently deserving of privileges or special treatments. That's the definition of entitlement. The belief that one is inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment. Having the right to something. Let's get into it. Let's grow. So of course, you guys comment. We have amazing women. First, let's give a shout out to them in the back. Yeah, Andrea, beautiful big booty Judy over here, right? Stand up here, amazing woman. Matter of fact, you got businesses too.
I do.
We need to give that a shout out real quick. Come on. Let's do it. Again, no amazing woman or man left behind. It's my
Peace,
girl.
everybody. I'm Andrea, co-owner of Radical Vibes Promotion, VP of Relations and Marketing for NBH Entertainment. I also am owner of Also Intentional Candles, founder of K-Love Foundation, and lead coordinator within Treasure Dimes events. So, this is
Just scared or not? Yes, you should be. Thank you for that, Andrea. Then we have the amazing Denaja in the back. But we have Denaja. That is the youngest of becoming entrepreneur. She's my 16-year-old daughter. Amazing volleyball player. Great on social media. And she watches all your comments. And she's the one that be replying or not. So let's talk about this entitlement. Would you guys like, who want to start? Okay, you want to let the guest start, Ashley?
Yeah. Entitlement. You know, I feel like, doing certain things, you are entitled to something. It don't have to be sexual privileges all the time. You know, it can be a friendship. It can be a bond. You know, like if I do something for somebody, yes, I'm entitled to something back, I think. Ooh. You know, for friendship wise or somebody that I can call on when I need something. Because me, I'm a person that anybody that I meet, you know, I come to them, I do for them, I help them out the best way I can, you know, and I be looking for the same kind of relationship in return. You know,
I can kind of agree with that question. So, are you currently in a relationship?
No, not in a relationship.
So, let's say hypothetically you were.
They go to Facebook comment.
Right in there, he's single, right?
I'm single.
He's single, for real. So if one of y'all thought he wasn't, or y'all had him wrapped up, you thought you was entitled to a relationship that you wasn't entitled to.
Yeah, I'm single.
So let's say hypothetically you're in a relationship. Are you in a situation? You court, dating, whatever. So there are some things that you would feel like in that situation. It sounds like that you feel like you would be entitled to.
Yeah, that's even with friends. You know, that people that I call my friends because I help them out. You know, I do for their kids. You know, as well as them or what they need. You know. So I reach out a helping hand, and yes, I look for a favor in return. It don't matter. You know, women always get the perspective that you want sex. You know, yeah, you want sex. Yeah, you're attracted to the person. Of course, you know, but it's not always about that with every man.
Well, I'm gonna say this: when you get in your 40s, you don't give a damn.
Yeah, I'm 40 years old.
You're baby.
You know what I mean? I'm 40.
Yeah, so you're a baby.
Yeah, I'm a baby. I guess it's the baby face. But, you know, so I don't look for, you know, I guess I do like sex. Every man does. You know what I mean? Every female too. You know,
absolutely.
But I don't look towards a person for that. I hang with a person because of the vibe that I get off of them. You know what I mean? You're not messing up my vibe. If the vibe's good, I mess with them, you know, and I continue to still conversate with them. Like, I got friends that, you know, I never had sex with, and they can call me, and I give them anything, and they'll do the same for me. You know, it's all about just returning the favor if the person need a helping hand. So yeah, a lot of men are entitled, you know, to certain things.
Well, I just think, like, again, I said this before in another segment. People, I'm not a big word guy. Like, I don't let words affect me. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because most of us don't even know what the hell the word means. And 99% of us, we don't know where the hell the word come from. So I don't really let words affect me in certain degrees, certain areas, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're speaking some negative shit to me, you know what I'm saying? Then we'll, you know, kind of deal with it how it needs to be dealt with. But for the most part, you know, when I think of entitled, I think of, can I give a scenario?
Absolutely.
I say let's go for drinks. We heard this, right?
Okay,
We heard about it.
It was good.
Okay, I say let's go for drinks. And because I say let's go for drinks, you say you feel entitled to when we get there to order you some food.
Right.
Hell no. If I now and I know that sounds petty, but what I'm saying though is if I came with this
offered to order for the drinks, but she felt entitled to food
exactly.
as well.
So if I felt entitled to say I want some ass afterwards, you're gonna have you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I was gonna give you some.
well, no, you keep that. Like, I just want to have like
He
sometimes.
said he want to go have drinks.
Yeah, sometimes it's just though about being in the company. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't always about. For me now, I'm 44. I don't give a damn about no ass. I don't care nothing about no ass. Like, can we build? Are you talking wealth? Like, what we doing for the kids? I got grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a damn about no ass. Like, man, look here.
Let's say it's not priority. We have a question.
We have 2 comments.
Okay.
I told me the guy that says when you don't give up the booty, it's always a problem. And
That's what a lady
I
said.
told me the guy that said that.
Okay.
Yes. And then we had Dory Drodin Fury 404. Sorry if I messed that up. He said women feel entitled to everything and deserve everything because of what's between their legs.
Whoa! You was a speaking boy.
No. Okay. So let's say, okay, the gentleman comment. So you want to do the first one? I'm say you want to do the woman's comment because she was saying once you don't give it up, it's always a problem. Because in this situation, men do feel entitled to sex, but not all men do.
Yeah.
But realistically, more than just y'all two feel like that we have to give it up all the time.
Well, you got some of the younger generation.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
and I was just
that still
saying
stems from, in my opinion, that still stems from women allowing certain shit to go on.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a person gonna only do what you allow them to do.
Right.
Period. I don't care who it is, what it is. They only gonna do what you allow them to do. And now we've come to this place where women are tired.
Right.
Women are tired of being used and abused and this and that. That's why what's that shit Beyonce say? What's the ladies? You know what?
I'm a single lady song.
No,
I don't, because I'm listening.
the title that they're using now, the boss bitches. And shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why it's such a big thing because women are tired. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. Some of you have the right to be tired, but it's some of you gonna
Listen.
Okay. Shannon Martin said, if you don't do it from the heart, it never works. Genuine love comes from the heart.
Exactly.
You have to enjoy a person for the moment. You only get one life.
Yeah. So doing genuine, that touches on. So we're gonna keep Andrew. Make sure we keep those two, and then I want to go back to a comment that you had said about, and you may not like it, but it is what it is. Okay, so we had this before when we was on the show, and the cameraman Slim did not agree at all. Remember? So we were talking about what people feel like somebody owes them, which is entitlement. We agree? Right?
Yeah, right.
So when you said, okay, so if I have in my relationships, friendships, etc., I do these things. I'm a good person, which is amazing because I am too. I'm a giver. That's my main love language is gifting, right?
Yeah.
But when you go into it and you like, you know what, I did this and that. So one day when I need Zoe need to come through. Or when I need Tanya should come through. However, the misconception is we don't owe you shit.
Yeah, definitely. You don't.
It's selling and people hate it. I'm telling y'all, because we can talk about now. We understand if you understand the laws of the universe, etc. You know it's gonna come back. Or your karma's. It's not if karma's coming back. It's when it's coming back. But let's set that aside. We just dealing with the reality of it. When you do, that's why when you do something for somebody, expect it not to be reciprocated, but when it is reciprocated, it's a plus. You know what I mean?
It is.
And it helps you understand who you really should reciprocate for. Because what happens is we tend to feel like we're entitled to do things for others that they don't deserve.
Yeah.
And then you have to pull back.
Yeah, and then that goes where, you feel entitled. You can be a good-hearted person and you just get it. giving. And then when you need something, if the person can't follow through, it don't matter what it is. It can be, oh, I'm hungry. Can you give me a plate of dinner? You know what I mean? If they say no, you have to cut all ties with these people after you done spent so much time and money and giving them what they want.
Well,
if they can't do the smallest thing, I say.
It kind of.
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you something. A millionaire told me once. I'm sorry. A millionaire told me one time. He said, "If you give something and you expect it back, you can't afford to give it." So when I give something,
I don't expect
it. Now, if I loan you something or you borrow something, there's a total difference.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? If you say, "Hey, I'm finna, I want to borrow your car." I'm expecting you to bring my goddamn car back. You get what I'm saying? But if you say, "Hey, I want to borrow $100," and I give you that $100, I ain't really expecting that $100 back. You know what I'm saying? If you give it to me, you give it to me. If not, then I already knew when I gave it what to expect.
See, I put myself in a perspective as whatever I do, I don't look for it back. I try to build a relationship, a friendship. Good energy. I need somebody that's gonna be on my side. They're going to help me like I help you. Because you don't want for nothing. You know what I mean? On my end. And I shouldn't want for nothing on the female end. All male. All male. I do the same thing.
No homo. No homo in that.
No homo. You know what I mean? No homo. You know what I mean? Even because I have a lot of friends, homeboys, that I go.
I mean, that ain't us having a lot of help but just like what you said, just because you do something all the time, you shouldn't want that in return. Like, if you gonna be helping somebody, help them. Everybody don't have or can't give the same help that you give.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, or they don't know how to give the same help that you give. A lot of people that come around people like us, we pretty much make them want to change themselves and start trying to, but they would never pretty much get there unless they already there.
Can I cut you off? Only thing I be looking for, I can't say speak for everybody.
Right.
It's a simple yes, you can get it. I probably don't even want it for real. If you say
so, basically,
yes,
you want to know if you needed it or
if I needed it, I can depend on this person.
But sometimes you'll run them people away from you because then they start to think that you are trying to come towards them just to see. Like, some people will pick up on that.
Yeah.
If you keep constantly asking them if they gonna do something for you or see if they would do it for you. Yeah. Then they'll start picking up on okay, they just testing me. Like you said, because you do it sometimes to test people.
Yeah.
But you gotta watch out for that because you don't want to run them people away, and then when you really need them, they not gonna be there because sometimes you crying wolf with it.
Yeah, you crying wolf, but I sit there and say, "Oh, thank you. I acknowledge you, thank you." But
who you testing?
It's a test with everything. Just like. With men, y'all test us as he gonna be down? Is he gonna?
Sometimes guess what? They run them man away doing that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Putting them through too many tests.
But if
vice versa.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. Vice versa, we do. We ask our so. The first young lady, Andrea, I think her comment was something sort like, when you don't give it up, it's a problem. And I think Ashley agreed with that. I disagree.
I disagree too.
But
I do to a certain degree.
I'm
gonna tell you why I disagree to a certain degree. Because I'm like, if you expect me to go out and spend $200 on a fucking date, I want some ass.
See, now you're $2. Like, you said 200. Same thing, because these days,
I just understand, the moment you try to control a person or where it comes from, there's borderline manipulation with a good heart, and that you can't control people with favors.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you test her, she gonna always pick up on it. And
absolutely. Right.
And fail on purpose.
Well, I'm just telling you, if you go out with me and it costs more than $200, you give me some ass.
See, I ain't like that.
See, what you say? The first time is $199. Right. This is where it say. This is when it's a problem. So again, what did the millionaire tell you?
Listen, I just said, if we go on a date That means we going on the date.
She's not living your borrowing.
Well,
Well,
listen.
your boy Drogi, and he said, let's talk about simps versus gold diggers because that's part of the problem.
Well, I don't think there's no gold diggers if you got
Right.
Shannon said if you don't have to work for it, then it might be something you don't want.
So everything. Now, okay. So let's talk about if you don't have to work for it. But let me get
How
back.
was it done, Mom?
Oh,
That was laughing at your
Most of-
$200 you
Right.
raised the ass.
How
Brody
about-
said down running.
Right.
How you told me said 200 is the ass limit?
That's it. And look, you better be glad I saved it, because goddamn it, we can go skating, we can go bowling, we can do a lot of shit under 200 to have a good time. But you want to go to Houston, you want to go to motherfucking Route Chris and
I don't deserve no. Okay, let's get to Shannon. We're gonna get into
Okay, Shannon said.
entitled.
you give me
This
that.
is entitled.
I can tell you that.
funny, man.
You should move it that way. Y'all have a seat. Sorry, we got guests from here. Hello. Have a seat. Good. We got another one. Okay, let the men come in. I think there's another chair right there. You can sit in. Scripted. How y'all doing? We got La'Tanya, Ashley. It's about to get ugly. I think they better bring the heat on me and Ashley tonight. I got some guy and girl tonight. We got back up a little bit. Like LF Cool J. I think I need back up. I think I need back up. So the wanting sex, feeling like and them not getting it. I feel like another question.
I think it's a finish.
Okay.
He said most of the time, if they asking for it, they can't give it back. So why you look for something if you believe in God? He will bless you, never block your blessings.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
We already talked about that. Basically, what he was saying, like sometimes he would test people to see if they would just do it for him.
Yeah.
And he said you can't, like we said, like sometimes you can't do that. You run the person away from you, and that's a form of crime. Well,
Yeah.
he's saying don't do it because you can't just go to somebody expecting something from them because you would do it. He's saying that that's blocking your blessings.
Nah, it's not blocking your blessing. I don't think that. You know,
But that's
I think
that's why it's called entitlement because he
Feels like he's entitled.
Right.
Right.
You know, right.
Hey fellas, now y'all just walked in. I gotta ask a question. I'm sorry.
I know we was able to speak or not.
Yeah, y'all been speaking tonight. If y'all take a girl out, a woman or whatever, and you spend $200, you ain't spending no ass. I mean, being real.
Okay.
Being real.
Alright, so let me tell you something.
If you ain't gonna be honest, okay.
This is just me. When I take a woman out, if I'm gonna spend my money, I'm not gonna expect nothing back, but I would like something back.
Exactly.
No, but you like though. They know me. Like I'm like to me, it's not expected because I went in my pocket and did something that I wanted to do. Like
Right.
Yeah.
and yes, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. When we do certain shit, we trying to impress them to get them to, you know what I'm saying? Come on, baby. Let's keep it real. We want
If I do something, you know, I do
back to the crib.
I do shit.
I'm gonna take care of you again.
I don't even want you to come to my crib. We
But
can
you
go
know
out
what?
But mind you, you talking about the car, you talking about you married? What you want me to do with this?
Scooter and drug. No, we can go.
Yeah,
under
but
the
me,
camera.
I'm different.
You can slide to Naja, and then y'all
I'm a
want to
little different on that situation because, you know, I go out to the club by my goddamn self and I'm going to spend $900 out the muscle. You know what I mean? Because this is what I like to do. This is what I like to do. If I go to the strip club, that's my favorite place. And I'm by myself, bro. I get me a VIP, my own bottle, and I chill. You know, so if a female with me, you know, I do this shit for myself anyway.
Hold on, I want
Okay, so I'm listening to everybody.
Well, because this topic is something that y'all saying, I already have questions.
Okay, good. We got to get into it. So let's go back. Andrea, the first comment, right? She was talking about sex. Men feel like
she's like, okay, if you don't give men sex, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
And we all agreed. He agreed to a certain extent. He gave his $200 limit.
That's
you
it.
ladies know, make sure brother don't go over 200, because then you giving up some
Listen,
food.
I'm gonna tell you, we don't even go.
Listen, okay, so hey, listen, I am, because this shit right here,
But see,
shit right here.
but you gotta understand it's not always
But-
about that.
But this was the question. I haven't said it was. I haven't even got to my perspective of that. I know that this is what he was said earlier. You know, women think it's sex, or whatever. Hot. No, I personally don't think that. I don't agree with it always being an issue when it comes to if you're not giving a man sex. I'm so now understanding when you get to a certain maturity level in your life, a lot of things don't bother you. I literally, if me not giving you any sex constitutes us not moving forward, then guess what that means? You is not the man for me.
Exactly.
And period. That's it.
You
You is
If
not.
I-
You ain't the man for me. You know why? Because why with sex? Now this would be contradictory to what all the men are sitting there saying, that it ain't always about sex, right?
Yeah.
So if it's not always about sex, which I agree, because every man has their own personal purpose
Yeah.
for getting with any type of woman. Every woman's not the same. Every man's not the same.
Yeah.
Yes, there's gonna be some women that you just like, I just want to smash and dash. There's gonna be a woman that you like, you know what, right now I just kind of want to sleep with the same chick for a minute, but I know I ain't gonna go to a higher level commitment, right?
Right,
Then you have
right.
a woman you like, oh, this is wifey material. You know what I mean? I'm about to set a foundation.
How do you?
We know, we think the same thing. We know what our purpose is too. So it's not, every situation is going to be different. However, again, if that's a problem, and we're talking kind of like first night, second day, first date, second day. Now we've been courting and seeing each other for weeks and
Now,
months,
see, you on my
and you know what I mean. And then it's like, that's what I'm saying. The first night, because there's something I expected. He said it.
I said it. If I
I
was dating
money
over
to turn.
$200,
I mean, I would like to get some. And this is the funny thing, women. If you give it to him the first night, that's a whole other problem within itself.
It depends on the man.
That's a problem
It depends
too.
on the man.
Because then it's like,
It depends on the
she
man.
gave it to me. I know she gave it to who else she
man,
gave it to her first. It crosses your mind. It crosses
My
my
granddaddy told me this. My
mind.
granddaddy told me this a long time ago. My granddaddy said a pole can't do nothing to a hole, and I never understood that shit until I got older. You get what I'm saying? A pole can't do nothing to a hole. A hole can always expand. It can always get bigger. The pole gonna stay the same motherfucking side. So with that perspective being said, with that being said,
My visualization.
men sometimes we get wrapped up in the this mine, this mine, this mine. Nah, nigga, that's hers. You know what I'm saying? Or that's his. That's never yours. You weren't born with it. It wasn't given to you. I don't care if you get married. None of that shit. It's hers.
You entitled
I watched
to
that movie Heritage today, and the lady in her a house of her grandfather. Huge house, but it was like on a regular street, but it was like a mansion.
Yeah.
And they walked in, he was like, oh, this is ours. She was like, no, this is mine. But because we married, I'm going to share it with you.
That part.
I was like, oh, shit. I'm like,
But did she have it before he came along?
it was
No,
she
but
got
she
that.
got, it was inherited to her. So it was like a will.
Okay,
Okay, as soon as they walked in, he was like,
oh, this is ours. Like, all of this house is ours. She was And like, I'd have no. been like, baby, where do you She was go? like, this is my
Yeah,
house,
you want
but
my phone.
because we married.
What you doing?
She was like, I like to share.
I gotta take this
So that's why I was saying, like, it made me think of that when you said you was good. You get put out of here.
Hello.
Okay.
It made me think of that when you said that it's not nobody but hers or his. And that's what made me think about that with her saying that, because he's like, this is our house. Somebody feels entitled to kind of interrupt the show. Because we married, I'll share it with you. It's basically like what she's saying, even though we together, this shit is still mine, because this is the will was left to me. Damn.
Shannon said, if you base it on sex, what do you have after that?
Sex, more sex, real great sex.
She said,
Shit.
What about conversation and enjoying one another?
You do that when y'all
absolutely. No, see, this is the foolishness.
All right, so
No.
Now we have sex after I put in the work and it's trash. Do I get a refund?
Y'all pay. Y'all black.
La'Tanya.
Right, under the counter.
You saying get
Don't
up
do that
and do
again.
some damn show.
Did you
not
turn
again.
the sound on? What's up?
Not the
Did you
game.
turn the sound on when you said?
Probably not. Okay, I know we have. Okay, so somebody said we'll get to that comment. I know. Tell me your name. I'm sorry.
I'm Eric.
Aaron.
Eric.
Eric.
Just
I
say
got
Eric.
cousin named Eric. I can remember. My cousin's name Eric. Okay, Denaja. We're gonna go back to that comment you had, Andrew, about the trash. Is it trash? I don't know who he's sleeping with. Black women got trash too? Okay. No, I don't comment. I'm just saying. I don't know. Y'all don't jump on me. I'm just saying.
Right, because
People in the word. I don't know nothing about that. What was the comment, Denaja? What was that one? And then we're gonna get to Eric's and then go back to one of the IGs on Radical Entertainment.
Oh, you want me to reread it?
Mm-hmm.
If you base it on sex, what do you have after that? What about conversation and enjoying one another?
Exactly. I understand.
that's a situationship.
The sex makes the conversation better. What's wrong with you?
Wow.
Oh, we disagree. Okay,
So look,
Eric, I think hold on.
Eric, yeah.
I know. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So,
Get the camera on Eric. Eric, like this is some bull. I'm coming on next week. I know. I
I'm
got you.
definitely on one of these.
You're definitely on next week.
To me, sex is easy.
It's easy.
Like, not trying to say it like this, but I can wake up and I just feel like I can walk in the room, I can get sex from anybody. But if you can stimulate my mind, you're doing something.
Okay.
Thank you.
That era. I agree.
That's what makes
I'm
sense.
looking at it, but
I
bro, I can
fuck
walk
with
in any room, not saying you guys or whatever, I can walk in any room and be like, and he'll tell you, we'll go out and what I always do. If we just having fun, I'll be like, pick one.
Pick one. I feel
I
you.
can go get it right now.
When your birthday? Must be a water sign. Nothing wrong. Capricorn.
I walk in, you know,
Yeah,
when I go out, bro, I turn a lot of women down because they don't fit my energy.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
I'm
But
telling you.
why do you feel entitled? Okay, so we're on entitlement.
Yeah,
Right?
I disagree.
We did, because I don't disagree.
Am I lying?
I'm
So
just
y'all
gonna
feel
answer that
entitled?
question. Like, I'm a real nigga. Like, all bullshit aside.
Right.
All bullshit aside. All bullshit aside. I done did a lot of shit, seen a lot of shit. So, you niggas say y'all turn pussy down.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Y'all understand this shit look like retribution.
I turn down bad
No,
bitches.
you bad bitches depending on the situation.
If I go anywhere with any one of you niggas and y'all turn some pussy
Bro,
down,
let me tell you something.
y'all get left. If we can fuck her together.
Bro, let me tell you something. I done had a
You can talk to look. Y'all good? Just say. Okay. Kim.
Say nothing.
Every female is not deserving of your presence.
You can't, you know.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's if I'm trying to go into a
Hold on, bro.
If she just smash,
Telling.
No. That's energy. That's neutral.
y'all don't
Bro,
This is a
I
fact.
don't have enough pussy for the
This is a fact. Hold on. I'm not saying you wrong. Your ideology, whatever you think is what you think. It's
That
fine.
part.
We're not wrong.
That part.
That's fine.
Yeah.
From my standpoint is every female does not deserve the pipe.
They don't.
Oh my
I ain't gonna hold you. Hold on. Every female does not deserve the pipe.
They don't.
You go and get with a chick, she look good, this, that, and third. How many chicks you see, she got a fat ass, this, that, and third. When you get in it, she can't take the dick. Right?
You get up and go home.
You gotta get home. So, you're right. No. You shoot the
Idol.
You shoot before she get, pick your pants up and get the fuck on.
So why do it move like that?
Why? Because the fact of the matter is, if we're not trying to build, I'm trying to get on and get off.
But we're not talking about. Are we talking about with somebody trying to build on and then the sex is trash?
different.
Or where we at? No, it's not everything.
it's going over. See,
That's why we need to understand
This-
because we went. I mean, we went into who's deserving and not deserving of the sex, right?
Yeah.
So then that's which I can agree on that.
Deserving, you gotta build before, you have to build the majority. Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it honest. Majority of these people, not one within time now, are not really trying to build. They're trying to gain.
Right.
My G.
Everything is a game.
My
We're in the year of escape.
My G. Put the camera on this man.
don't care on this man.
Really understand
That part.
That's real.
I'm sorry, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be mad at me, but I disagree with it.
No,
a lot. You know
I'm
what
not
I mean?
saying. No. Listen. Hold up.
You know, one thing about it, bro. You know, if you out with a woman and you like her energy, okay, yes, you like her energy. You know, yes, you want to have sex with her. You're attracted to her.
Right.
But this shit don't matter because if you can build a bond that's beyond sex, sometimes they'll prosper you in another way. Yeah, I mean, so you have to look at it in a totally different way, a totally different style. Yes, sex is good, but sometimes if you have sex with a person, you know, oh, that sex went good, it don't blow you off, or nigga, your dick was too low. You know what I mean? But he can't control me. You know, I can't fuck with him like that. You know, but you like it, the vibe that y'all, you know,
It depends on your journey. What you see.
Yeah.
It depends on what the mind.
My problem with the human race. My problem with the human race. The human race is we've become subjected to all these fake ass criteria. You get what I'm saying?
Entitlement?
Check this out. What was the first? If you so-called believe in a higher power or God or whatever the fuck you believe in, right? What was the first thing on the planet that He placed, other than trees and waters? Was it human or was it animals?
It was animals.
It was animals.
It was animals.
Great.
Yeah.
So we can learn a lot from the animal kingdom, right? So back in the days, it used to be kings had how many wives? How many goddamn?
Yeah.
They did whatever the fuck they wanted.
They did.
Let's say 7.
Yeah.
They had 7. Now if you go look at all these criteria we placed on ourselves, women too, because it's a country. I forgot what it said. It's in like the Philippines somewhere where the women have more than one husband. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we put all these fake ass criterias and arenas around cities that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gotta be. I don't live my life like that. You either rock with me the way I am, or you get the fuck on. Period.
Exactly.
I don't care. I don't care about the friendship. I don't care about none of that. I'm real, like, cause when I die, I'm dying by my motherfucking self.
Yeah, you're right.
I ain't taking nobody with me.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna live it. I'm gonna have fun with it. Either you accept me or you don't.
You know,
Don't take us about exception.
So you don't.
Go that question we had because we got a question. So we can make sure because we're talking about time. We got so much stuff about y'all might have already Okay.
I said they was confused about what I was really talking about for a second.
I know.
we manpower.
Right, the testosterone is pumping, and we stay not divine feminine, so we let the men do what they need to do. This is what women need to understand. The man is still the head. This is completely why this platform exists. Because we've got unbalanced. We don't allow men to be men. I don't care nothing about Beyonce and all of this. And, respectfully, because I'm respectful to my people, but respectfully, you can't be telling people it's okay to be a bad bitch and I'm a boss, I'm this, that. No, man, let me help you understand. You are not the head. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care where you live, how you live, what you're driving. You're never going to have a dick between your legs. So therefore, you're not the head. When we was created, there was a form, there was a standard. The creator, the male, the female, the children. Yeah. We can never go from space number 3 to 2, or from space number 2, 1, depending on what you believe. So we still can have what we have.
Yeah, you can.
I have things, but however, my power comes in my submission to my mate. All we have to do is be submissive. Just submit to your mate.
But you have to submit to the right mate.
Listen. This is simple. This is simple. Remember, we the women said this is important about submit to your mate. Anytime, and women say this a lot. Y'all just said what all the women say. If you are submitting to a man or mate, you should already be in your place mentally, spiritually, financially. You should have your platform, right? You're gonna attract what you reflect, not what you want.
Exactly.
So if I got a man, let's say Me, Eric, you and I in a situation, we dating something, you're not the right, we're not evenly yoked. I know this in my mind space.
Exactly.
So why am I putting myself under submission to something I know is gonna bury me? When you do that, then you gotta do what Michael Jackson said and say, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. So I don't play those. I don't play those men. Hey, look at the man in the mirror. I don't play that game for women because it's a cop out. It's a cop out because you already know. If this man is showing red flags, don't go nowhere.
We is not gonna submit.
You already
sometimes we will, but when we start catching on to everything that's going on, what y'all doing, the slide stuff, then the submission stops.
Here's another thing. See, like here we go again with this force field shit we done built, right? What is a red flag?
What do you mean? A red flag is one. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You females, not you.
Right.
People, we'll say females, right? They have the thought of saying they want or have a thought of getting a man with a good job. He's wanting to court her. He has a big dick.
Is these the requirements you think?
It's definitely a requirement.
Entitlement. So we're entitled to feel like we need to have a man that has a great job, personality, and he should be well together.
Matter of fact, let's backtrack. Let's start from this. In order for you to meet somebody, you use somebody. You do. This is a fact.
I know a lot of.
This is a fact. Regardless of the work, regardless of how it sounds, if you cannot utilize the person, what the fuck is he around?
My G! Speak!
Right? So, it's something that you need from the person that can make you elevate to the next level. If not, you're just a bum.
Yeah,
I like this guy.
You might as well see in the car for box swimming.
I like this guy.
So what? Hey, my G. What if
Uh-huh.
the woman is the breadwinner and the man is the bum?
It's the same thing.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? I just want to hear
That's a good question. That's good. You know what? He builds off his. Mind you, the man builds. A female supposed to follow the head.
Yeah, you do.
The man, mind you, sometimes niggas fall short. He gets the female that he needs. If he has a good woman, she builds him to get his confidence up. Nigga, I need to get up.
So that means that's a strong relationship.
That's a strong relationship. That's not wrong. Absolutely.
That's a strong
Absolutely.
That's a strong
So let's understand.
That's a strong relationship.
Absolutely.
So let's understand what
That's
Troy
a
is
strong
saying
relationship.
is exactly how the foundation is created. We're helpmates. This is why it's imperative for women to understand you're not the head. You're not the provider. You should not be the sole provider.
Absolutely.
Now, this is a misconception, and I know we're gonna get back into entitlement. When a woman has herself, like let's take us for instance, right? We have to be at a certain standard and statute in order to be who we need to be as the helpmate. How can I be a helpmate if I don't have anything to help you with? I have no ambition. I have no drive. I don't understand how to be an entrepreneur. I don't know how to be a potential wife. The only thing, like girl, the movie, the show that came on said the only thing she has to offer is ass.
Yeah.
You know what?
That is not our foundation. That's not where we're supposed to cultivate the male. We're supposed to nurse you. We're supposed to be your biggest cheerleader. This is why we have to be in a certain position. But however, society has made women that are independent, are self-sufficient, because I don't like to use the word independent. Women that are self-sufficient feel like now they're the head because you're doing what you're supposed to do as an adult. Take care of yourself.
Right.
I mean, so then we get this level of another topic we have, intimidation. But again, it's a lot of moving parts. To all of this. What you said is absolutely correct. I agree. I'm sure Ashley agrees. A lot of women don't agree. Or men don't agree. However, that's why everybody's single. But
Well, I think the The problem is, a lot of you motherfuckers ain't real with yourself.
That's it. If you lie to yourself.
You can't lie to yourself. And the one thing I learned out of 44 years of living, you can't lie to myself. I can't lie to myself. Every relationship I've been in, I fucked up. I know it was me. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes you can be in a relationship with a person and you think you're doing the right thing, and you know what I'm saying? But every relationship is different. Men sometimes we come at women and we like, oh, we gotta be big, we don't. But it's bigger than that. You gotta study her. You gotta learn her. It's a whole new goddamn job. It's a whole new situation. You get what I'm saying? You can't treat every woman the motherfucking same. And I'm sorry for cussing, but I'm just saying seriously. We have to be real with ourselves. And until black people, I'm talking to my people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who's looking and who not, but I'm talking to us as a culture. Until we really start being real and dealing with the real issues, we're gonna forever be at the fucking bottom.
Yeah.
Our queens are gonna start going gay. Well, they're gonna continue to do that. Nothing against you gay people. I love you motherfuckers. However, what I'm saying though is, brothers, myself, I'm probably the worst one on the show because I'm just real. And most people can't accept my realness, which is fine with me. However, though, I'm not going to change who I am. We can talk. We can have a conversation. We can do all that. We can talk about spirits. We can talk about signs. We can talk about all that. I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen. Half the time, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but I'm going to listen.
Like that.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not opposed to learning anything. You get what I'm saying? Because there's no way to gain without learning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only thing I'm saying though is, as men, we gotta keep it 100 with the women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know.
Another time. We definitely
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's what I was saying.
I want to
It's
just say,
okay because I'm learning.
that's what it is. He said one thing. Keep it 100.
Nobody's really doing that.
No. Walking into a situation, the fact of the matter, the females want you to keep it.
But I mean, we
100.
talk about that on the show a lot, especially me. I
Right.
blessed that a lot on her about why I'm still single at 31. Because I'm gonna come up to you and be like, hey, this is what I got going on, this is what I'm doing, this is how many kids I got, this is where I'm staying. Like I'm gonna give you enough to
Make a
right
conscious
to be
decision.
open enough to you to make a decision if you want to talk to me or not. And I give people that same respect. But when we talking 4, 5, 6 months down the line, I find out the car ain't yours, the house ain't yours. You got it just be people put up too many facades for me.
Yeah. So, okay.
Shannon, Shannon,
They put up too many facades and they not truthful. Like with my age, in the 40 in the 40 and underage, nobody wants to be committed. Nobody wants to have that real relationship where they actually build it.
Okay, so what did you say, Nasha? You had a question?
Shannon said in most relationships, one is strong in one area than the other. So
In most relationships,
in most relationships, one is strong in one area than the other. So sit down and listen. You will find out more. Stop talking. Listen more.
Exactly.
And that's Shannon who?
Shannon Martin.
Okay, Shannon Martin.
So basically, what she's saying is, if you're in a relationship, there's always one partner stronger than the other. But that's when they come in and build each other up. That's why we said a couple weeks ago that some people, when they in relationships, even if the man or the woman don't have it, they supposed to pick up the slack to help build that person so the man can be able to take the lead.
We're gonna get it because this is definitely. I think we should do that next week. You know, we got tons and tons of topics. Okay, I got time that we need questions because that's a lot.
We do have to get through the
We'll have y'all come in there. Because people we won't talk about entitlement.
And we kind of touched on this a lot, but I know y'all might have a little different opinion. But it says, do you feel you are entitled to something from your spouse and or partner if you invest your time and your money?
Yes.
So you do feel like, okay, do you have anything to look
When you say entitled, let me get clarity. You say, do I feel like I'm entitled if I'm giving my time, energy, money
to your spouse, your partner, like somebody
that I'm dealing with?
Yeah. Even if you're not building with them, even if it's
to
a
a certain
situationship, but y'all both decide that.
I feel entitled about certain things. I'm not entitled. It's a limit to it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like if I'm going to work every day and you send your ass at home. If I'm going to work every day and you send your ass at home, when I come home, I'm expecting the house to be clean, food to be on the table, shit to be done. You know what I'm saying? That's my entitlement. I'm not expecting that if you go to work and I go to work, I beat you home, I'm gonna sit down on my ass and wait for you to get home before food done. Nah, I'm a cook. So goddamn, when you come home, hey baby, everything good. Blah 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? So when I say entitlement, it's parameters that you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I guess I did. I guess that's why I fucked up in my relationship that I had because I work, come home,
and you feel entitled to what?
Look, they can stay at home all day. Every woman I had, I said, you ain't got to work. I work 2 jobs in the hustle. Yeah, I mean, so so we got there, and I come home, you tired. I got there, I say, baby, I'm coming here, I'm cook. Don't worry about it. I cook the meal and I clean.
You doing that?
I do that.
yeah, you do.
I do it.
He's a retard.
Listen to shit. Listen.
He's a retard. I'm being honest.
I get it, but you said she sits at home. Listen, time out.
And now, you know what? If she sitting at home,
He's a
Time out. Okay, listen, you guys.
You do that?
Listen. Okay, so I'm not mad at the fact that y'all take her to house because I grew up with my father. And he said this woman sits at home. We have a problem with that. Okay, we have a problem. Not that this is the problem, and I'm sure Ashley.
Hold on.
I'm sure Ashley will agree and pick back. This is where the problem lies. Again, there's like Troy has said earlier. Y'all can leave it over if y'all need to. You said Troy said earlier. When you meet somebody, there's something that you need to receive from them, and vice versa. This is what relationships is reciprocity. It should be equal give and take. Okay.
Right.
Now we get infuriated with what's going on in the relationship field. Now, remind you, you guys don't know me. I've been in the same relationship for 16 and a half years. I'm widowed, right? So I understand the dynamics in a role. I didn't have a toxic relationship, very, very successful marriage. That's not had. But the reason being is because everybody knows they role.
Yeah.
So let me tell you something. She could be watching, and
You don't give a
you could be
fuck.
why I don't. Because this is what needs to be said. This is, again, why this platform exists initially. Because women need to understand what our position is. We're not talking about, listen, because I'm sick of the bullshit. We're not talking about who's the right man. If I'm not going to listen, I hear all of this from women. I'm not going to follow his lead. I have siblings, I have cousins, I have everybody that's like, oh, well, yeah, my sister probably watching. I cut him off because he said he talking about what the man's role is, et cetera, and he expect me to do this, that, and that. Listen, if you women really want to be wiped up by Beyonce and all them telling y'all what to do, and they don't sleep in the bed. They don't sleep in the bed by themselves. You deserve to be sleeping in the damn bed by yourself. Because again, the position is there's no reason why a man should be working not one job, let alone 2. And he's doing his thing on the side. He's making sure he's providing. And you sitting at home doing the fuck what?
Yeah.
And he don't come home and the house ain't smelling good. The kids ain't did their damn homework. It ain't quiet. You ain't rubbing feet, sucking dick or nothing. Bitch, you need to be by yourself. I'm just saying, this is for real. Because this is why we have this role reversal shit going on, and why other women are intimidated by women like me and my daughters that I cultivate to understand that your position is under the damn head. I'm not a man. I ain't never gonna go in the bathroom, pull my pants down, unzipping nothing, and pull nothing out. Right. I'm the receiver, not the giver. You're the receiver, not the giver. Whoever these women are, first of all,
Understand, because remember earlier, I'm not even going to disrespect you as a black man and tell you a sucker. This is what I'm going to tell you. Well, this listen. Time out. I'm not doing none of that. Nope. You're not doing none of that disrespectful calling. You're not a sap. You're not a sucker. What you have to do is, you have to understand who you are.
Exactly.
Let me tell you, when I say who you are, why do you feel like you should be taking on the role of a lesser quality? We beneath y'all. You should never take on the role of a lesser frequency and stop attracting those type of women. You attract those type of women because you're the one like, you know what, baby, it's okay. I'm gonna wash your feet. I'm gonna cook.
Exactly.
Listen, I have to barely get my feet rubbed, and I'm the man and the woman. Like we're not. Nothing.
Sometimes, you know,
nothing.
Right. The only thing she was giving you some.
She ain't doing it. She's running lazy with that.
Sometimes I don't even get that. You know?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You know, I'm just that type of.
Because even when me being single, ain't no damn way. Even if I'm talking to you, you gonna do something.
You know, I just do what God tells me.
You are
we gonna listen in, everybody, and we all gonna go in line because I know this is putting everybody in uproar. Sorry, you guys, y'all topic, but clearly he needs some help.
I need help.
You think I'm gonna tell? Listen, this platform, that's first of all, that ain't healthy. Right. The platform,
you know,
when I say you need help, guidance, let me help you, let me reword that. This platform, there's never a time to have a show where somebody or everybody don't leave understanding the opposite sex. Yeah. This is the reasoning for this platform. And because we have a lot of women that are moving like the women you attracted. This is completely out of divine design. Yeah. And this is why we have the role reversal going on when y'all got these masculine ass women y'all attracted, and then the men are more feminine fit back. You're more divine feminine than she is. She's more divine masculine. She's more masculine than you. Listen, hear me out. I'm telling you, the truth be hurting, but I'm gonna say it. Listen, you're going to work. Yeah. You working not one job but two. And let's keep it all the way 100. Working 2 jobs now, the average black man don't even live past 50 because you stressing, you overworked, you underpaid. Like, that's unhealthy. So I have a problem with that alone. Not only you got these 2 jobs, you provided for somebody out of the kindness and pureness of your heart and to show her that you a certain type of man, right? Yeah, right. Then you're doing another hustle on the side to come home and bring the bacon home, and then the bitch ain't even cooking it. Yep, I said it. She ain't cooking it. Yeah. She ain't cutting the pig. She ain't doing any of these things, and then she ain't even sucking your dick. Yeah. All of these things are out of line. And you think that you're not in your divine feminine.
No, I'm not.
How could you not be more your divine feminine?
Every situation that I put myself through, I learn from it. You know what I mean? I learn from it.
You still doing the same thing?
No, I'm not.
The thing is, I think some of us, like, I can speak from this aspect of it. I didn't have a father, so like it's certain shit that you can't do to me. I don't care who you are, who you is, none of that. Like, cause I didn't learn. I personally, I'm just at 44 learning how to communicate effectively. You know what I'm saying? I'm just learning that because it's for me. If you say the wrong thing, I'm smacking you, or something like that. It's always turning violent, and I'm learning that ain't the way. You know what I'm saying? So for him, I think it's more like
it's about it's. You know, for me,
I tell him all the time he's crazy.
Yeah, so you should. Can't nobody try to justify this situation but him.
Yeah,
okay. So look, that's something he got to work on.
It's trying to be my karma. So I deal with it.
But you got to work yourself out of that karma. You that lesson yet? You in this so you know that's your karma, then you know you got a lesson to learn.
What's the lesson? The lesson I learned. If I do something for somebody and they can't retract it, that's why.
Your lesson is getting you a woman that can be equal to you and you not breaking yourself back just to have. Basically, she's a bad woman at this point. There's no reason for her to be there. You're cooking, you're working, you're cleaning, you're doing all
I
of
used
this.
to
And come home to
call my
somebody
man. I'm like, yo,
who's
where
just
you at? He
sitting
like,
there.
I'm at work. I'm like, hit me when you get off.
She know you gonna do everything. That's free housing.
Jump in the car, Uber, go home and take care of the fucking kids. And I'm like, bruh, like,
Yes, I didn't.
in the same
Let me
token,
tell you.
in the same token, I will say, from a man's perspective, I can see him providing. He do it more for his kids. You get what I'm saying? It's more the perspective of it for his kids.
Excuses are made to satisfy oneself. I'm telling you.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you when I was married.
Problem, though.
I was married.
What's the problem?
The problem is black men don't respect their queens as much. If you go back,
It's
look,
not about
we don't.
This is about you not letting somebody take advantage of you.
Yeah, it's not. I don't feel
That's what
like
that's about. But we only got 15 minutes left, so we need to
Yeah, let's see these questions.
Yeah.
Wait, because I know he had questions. Listen.
They don't have to say I'm crazy.
I'm not crazy. I'm crazy out of fix. This is the thing.
And we women telling you that that's another woman sitting in your house not
I
doing
get money
shit.
though. So
And
What does that have to do? That's unbound. What does money? Okay, when you die, what is the money doing for you?
nothing.
Okay, so when you run out of money, what is the money doing for you? The same thing, nothing. You're gonna run out. So listen, I don't function on foolery and games because your life is very, very important to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Rachel said, "Why is he doing all of that? He has a lazy female at home who is."
And that's from another woman.
Yeah.
And
That same lazy woman, she coming there. If she was my woman, she'd be lazy as fuck.
No, she wouldn't. And I was making them lazy. So he wants them to be lazy. Listen, that's his type. You guess, listen, let me help you. Let's say, scenario, real quick, y'all. You and I in a situation, right?
She didn't even wash her ass properly.
Listen, let's say this. So you say, you and I meet, right? We started dating. And you expect me to do what?
I expect you to be my friend.
What?
Yeah.
Ain't no sense in y'all. Listen to the question. We're getting it. We're dating. We're together.
Yeah.
So what I'm asking you is,
We're already together.
and you expect me to be your friend.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're talking about how we function together. We're talking about being yoked together. What do you expect me to do?
Sometimes, some days, I ain't gonna even lie, it's me. I'm a workhorse.
But what do you expect me to do?
And outside of the fact that you work two jobs.
Okay, so I'm doing my thing.
You know what? Being honest, if I got an old lady, and
I hear you, right? Everybody listening?
if I got an old lady, I don't give a fuck if I come in at 2 in the morning or 5 in the morning. If I got there, get in that bed, and I tell you to toot that motherfucker up.
What is you talking about? You're reflecting. You're deflecting from the question. You just said that your woman don't do anything, right? And you also said that more than likely it's my fault because I expect a woman when I'm with her not to do anything. That's why I asked you. You and I read the rose reverse.
I said he's like, man,
what is it that what do you expect me to do? My day to day, what am I doing while you're working? What do you expect Tanya to do while you're working?
While I'm working, I expect you to clean the house, have the kids take care of it.
Are y'all listening? Everybody's listening, right?
And clean the house, have the kids take care of it. Yeah, she wouldn't.
Sure, y'all listening?
That's what I expect, but if it's not done, and I done got off at 12:30 at night, I'm gonna come in the house and I'm gonna make sure it get done.
Okay, again. So what is the purpose? Because again, excuses are made to satisfy oneself. I need to make it make sense, babe. This is what I'm saying. What is the purpose of you being? We can say the kids. Oh, it's for the kids. But then I'm going to tell you that's toxic as hell because you're raising the male and female to automatically come out the house reversing roles. And this is why we have women that raise women that think they y'all. So you're being a hell of a bad example for them, both of y'all, because you don't raise your children like that.
She said she has a comment.
I think the issue with with all of it is that most of our black men don't have these examples.
Yeah,
For
I don't even
healthy relationships.
What was your mama? Was your mama laying at home doing nothing?
No, my mama was a hard woman.
Okay, that we cut that excuse. We got that excuse.
We got
He did from his mama. He did.
That's where I come from.
Where was your dad?
So he knows how to be.
Listen, now listen to this. Right. So, but check this out. Again, we reversing roles. The mama was doing what she needed to do because the daddy was absent. That's fine. Again, I'm big on accountability, right? I'm big on accountability, right? My dad, let's do an example. My dad never raised me. Does that mean because my father never raised me, at some point, I don't have my own mindset and I don't say, oh, well, dude, I don't know how to treat you because my daddy, I never see my dad in the house. No, I'm going to take accountability, put myself where I'm supposed to be, and treat a man how he's supposed to be treated. Now, your mama, we're not talking about we treating people, we're talking about her role that she's playing and not playing. Your mama even went and did what she needed to do. So why would you get a woman that's doing the opposite of what your mama did?
You know why? Because my mama was a provider. My daddy was absent. But then
women that was providers. You went
I was attracted the more that my mama was a provider and she needed a black man to help her.
Go ahead.
Instead of my daddy being a role model for me, my daddy was an abusive man. He beat my mama when he came around. He didn't take care of us, So I looked at my mama, and I'm sorry, I'm not sure to tell, but I looked at my mama and I said, I will never be a man like my daddy.
And you don't have to be. You're not that man. However, you still
trauma. He took the role of his mama and left and obsolete.
But you still still there's balance, y'all. You have to understand. There's balance in this. I completely understand what you're saying, and I'm also going to tell you need to deal with your past childhood traumas because that's why you're moving like you're moving. Again, that does not constitute. So you now have changed the role that your mama had from doormat. Now you being the son doormat. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. There's no excuse for a woman to have a good man when we all looking for men like this. For you to have a man.
Let me move out the way.
Because when men talk, I get a male perspective. And then when you come to a woman, it's been that day, like, listen, I got 6 kids. I was a mother, daughter, sister, wife, entrepreneur, friend, co-worker, all of these things every day, and I still am. Does that neglect or mitigate how I'm supposed to be with my man at home? You should come home. You need to start setting boundaries, brother. I'm telling you. You need to start setting boundaries. Stop using your kids as an excuse. It's your responsibility to set the tone in that damn house. She don't run shit. That's your shit. And if she don't fall in line, you move on. See, that's what you need to. You don't have to be physical. And I'm just saying, we're not talking about abuse. No, you're not. We're not condoning abuse. When I say set the tone, as a black man and a man, period, you should be able to walk in the house and say, listen, babe, we need to have a conversation. She should be sitting her ass down out of respect for you. These are the things that don't sit right with me. My foundation is shaky. You can't build on a shaky foundation. And I want my children to see a certain type of legacy being built. And if it does not work, you have to be okay with moving on. Because it's going to be somebody out there to balance you out.
And that's why I said I move on quick.
You ain't know how you can't keep How long have you been in this situation?
I'm not in this situation. shit
We
now.
gonna come on.
I was married.
You ain't want to get come in. Well, he can add in. Put it on the side. Just get another chair. You would have been on the show.
I was married.
Sit your butt down.
I was married for 17 years. I was married for 17 years.
And you should still be married.
Yeah, no.
Wait, let him out. Listen. No. I'm gonna tell you why. I understand what this is all about. Some of these always do for a living. You should still be married. I'll tell you why I say that. But you tell me why you say that.
I was married for 17 years.
We got you.
Go.
I was married for 17 years,
We
right?
don't get the questions.
Yeah. I didn't like something she was doing, and I told her about it. Time and time again. I left her. The 3 days later, I had a whole other girl.
That's toxic too.
You know, but you know one thing. I moved on
17. Listen, you did 17. This is a bit. We're gonna have this show. We're gonna have shows about that too. This is why I say the foolery be real. What's toxic is you spent 17 years with one woman. She did do something you said to do a few times, however, whatever.
No, for 17
For 17 years. That whose fault is that?
That was my fault.
Take accountability for
Yeah, I take
But
my
3 days later, you
Yeah.
now fucking up somebody else's life.
I'm
just
not
saying.
fucking up nobody.
3 days later, you go to another woman when you ain't healed from 17 years.
But that's
your life. Listen, y'all. Let me see.
We heal.
Yes, go ahead. Okay, y'all. I got a question.
Okay.
Question.
It's about 4 or 5 comments, so don't
Okay.
say nothing.
Okay. Y'all listening?
Wait.
Okay.
After working 2 jobs, coming home, cooking, cleaning, and getting the kids ready, you're gonna be too tired to hold it up. Dallas said he doesn't want a woman, he wants a sex doll. Bye. He's from the
I like Dallas! I like she!
Yeah, she don't know me. I'm going 17 hours.
Bro, we got more. That's a guy.
Shannon said if you don't put nothing in, how can you get something back?
She getting a lot back. Okay, what's the other comments? More comments. Okay.
Then she said, "Oh, okay, it makes sense. He has to do with his childhood
I
trauma."
said y'all.
And then she said, "Good men,
on your ass tonight.
good men like this,
What you say? Good. She said, "Be quiet and listen." What you say?
good men like this are mostly taken by these lazy, ungrateful females."
Exactly. Good, boo. Exactly, boo. I know you got a comment. I heard something to say. I need to hear. What you got, Baron Drill? Okay.
Come on, Eric. Let's go, bro. You been asking for it, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You been asking for it. Let's see, bro. There you go. Nah, my baby.
All right, you guys. This is Aaron.
There you go.
So basically, what Big Homie's saying is he's taking care of a woman. Then she don't do shit.
First mistake.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about what damn happened. He's taking care of a woman that don't do shit. Bro, like, you need a woman that's gonna uplift you, that's gonna help you, that's gonna, like, if you going through some shit or you got some shit going on, she gonna be there for you, she gonna get out there, she gonna grind. Nigga, you just told me you spent $900 in the club on strippers. Nigga, I go to the, bro, you know. No, that's real shit. Bro, I go to the strip club. No, I'm not spending no money on that. That's right now. Bro, I'm not spending no motherfucking money on that. I'm not taking no. I ain't doing nothing. Spending nothing. Y'all got me fucked up. So my whole thing is, do not let a woman take advantage of you. But if you let her take advantage of you, bro, that's yourself out. Yeah. Bro.
Okay, he got something to say.
So the niggas that don't get females. But I'm quite sure they get females. No. It's niggas that don't. Man, you can't go off.
But we talking about this.
No, hold on, bro. You said what you said.
Alright, big homie.
Niggas motherfucking, a lot of niggas don't get females. We're not talking about you. We're not talking about you.
Definitely.
You. No, not you.
We fucking.
No, you don't be fucking with
Shit, what the fuck? I'm talking to, son. I'll be fucked. No.
We got
what I'm saying is, the fact of the matter is, the person that's not accustomed to getting females within regardless of whatever situation they are. So, how do they get them? How do they get a female? Mind you, let's think about it. This is the question. Hold on. 36 is a good time to think about getting a woman, right?
I agree.
Absolutely.
I think anything 35 and under you shouldn't even consider.
Yeah, most men, by the time
I think you shouldn't even consider. I don't think you should. Anything 35 and under, I don't think you should consider a full-fledged relationship if you have not been experienced with life.
Right.
Question. Yes. Go ahead. Oh, okay.
So 36. I'm sorry.
No.
It says, do you feel you are an entitled person and or act entitled?
I'm both.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
Do you feel you are an entitled person or act like you're an entitled person? So do you wake up every day feeling like you're entitled, and then also do you wake up, giving out that persona like you're an entitled person?
Well, I'm gonna say I feel like I'm entitled because of everything I do.
Okay.
So I'm married, but I'm separated, but I still take care of the house.
Why would you say that?
I'm being 100, bro. I'm keeping it above.
I couldn't do it.
You just shovel is very.
I paid 3 mortgages. Bro,
You know it all. You
Good job.
and that's the because at the end of the day, it's the respect factor. Because listen.
Because my daughter over there.
And it's your obligation. Let's be clear.
Whoa.
It's his obligation. This is how. And I swear I wish Jake said he would break it down. Now listen, there's a difference, and I'm going to say it as best I can. Jay says it amazingly well. People feel like we're in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot in a relationship versus being in a higher level commitment, meaning marriage, that are things you have to do and things that you're not required to do. Because he has a covenant, he's required to take care of that house, period. I don't care what the situation is. He is bound by spiritual law, universal law, moral law. He's bound to take care of that house. Now, let's say he's in a relationship and he's been in 5-6 years. They might have 2-3 kids. I don't care. He's not bound to continue that lifestyle that she's accustomed to once they're no longer in that relationship. Yeah. That's the difference in being in a relationship and a covenant. That's why wife material, like I don't lower my standard below wife material at all. That's the highest level you can get. So when you're in a relationship, you a girlfriend. I'm nobody's girlfriend. I'm nobody's chick, side piece, any of that. I'm straight.
Tell me what we doing right
material. Period.
So let me clarify. This is why most of you humans don't like to have these type of conversations with me. Because I'm too real for you. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna say this. Now, for you so-called educated motherfuckers, let's clarify this. Atlanta, I gotta say this first. Whatever the little girl is that made the song about Atlanta, before 1938, Atlanta, whatever the fucking name is, Atlanta didn't even have zip codes. You used to have rotary phones, so everything was considered Atlanta. I got that out. Now, secondly, let's deal with this shit. Before 1958, to be exact, there was no such thing as a marriage license. Marriage is what they call a fucking business. So let's clarify this. If I don't want to marry you, but we decide to start a business, guess what I just did? I just married your motherfucking ass. However, because that piece of paper that the judge signs off, and he can take half of my shit because you decide, or we decide not to go that way or whatever, you ain't getting that. You can forget it. You understand? So all you people want to be married and you If I just met you, I ain't determined shit.
We're not talking about we just met.
Okay, so
I got 24 months to decide if I'm fucking with you or not.
You ain't getting 24 months to me. What you have, he's entitled. So this is a form of entitlement.
That's what I'm getting.
Listen, women, he feels he's entitled, and that's a part of entitlement. I'm entitled to be with you without a higher level commitment, and I'm gonna use. Let's keep it all the way real. Everything he said was pretty much true. However, this is evolution. I don't give a fuck what happened in 1958 because we're in 2022. So regardless if we want to agree with it or not, we have to evolve. A marriage is what it is regardless of what it was before it wasn't. So we're in the present. Past is gone, the future is yet to come. Right now, we're in the present. And at this point, this man is married. This man is supposed to keep up his obligations as if he was walking in that door every day. At the moment he decides he wants to stop doing that, then he needs to dissolve the marriage. Business or not, at the moment we're no longer business partners, we have an exit plan.
We don't have to.
We have an exit plan.
We don't have to because there's a business.
I'm not breaking bread with nobody I can't trust.
Why?
I can't trust. Why would you?
Why?
I'm not breaking bread.
So that means that stands on everything you just said. Everything you just said about giving. Everything you just said about. Listen, hold on. Everything we just said about being able to give this, give that, free willingly, and this and that. You just dissolve. You just dissolve it. Because if we're not, just because we're not together doesn't mean we can't be in business.
Listen, I said for me, I'm dissolving. We're going to dissolve the business. I don't listen. Even right now, even with that, I don't break bread. Money is the root of all evil. Money gonna fuck people up. When you don't understand currency and you don't know where you at in your mental space, those are the people that money will. That's people that will do whatever for money. However, us that understand money gonna come and go don't move like that, right? But everybody's not in the same place. If we have an issue, because more times out of 10 we only have a business relationship. So our issue has came upon based on a business situation. So I have every right to say, listen, I want to dissolve this because of self-preservation. I got to look out for me. Because clearly you ain't looking out for us, or I'm not looking out for us. So that's the smart thing to do. You don't get a bag of apples, one's rotten, and you keep the rotten ass apple in there. It's just not every apple gonna rot. It's win. Now we don't want to mix. Yes, we know business. My marriage was a business. You don't run. You don't. Everything's not. It's really not. Go ahead.
Okay, time out. I'm gonna stop right here. If you don't have life insurance on your husband and he dies, what do you get? You get not a motherfucking thing. So you have to go into an office, fill out paperwork, and your husband or your spouse has to allot certain shit to whoever they want to a living will, correct? So let me go a step forward. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me go a step forward.
Sure, okay.
Let me go a step forward. You buy a house. She just said this. She just made a perfect example about 40 minutes ago. You buy a house with a motherfucker. Y'all split this together. She decides she want to leave because you're not this, that. But why she want to leave? Whatever.
It's essential. It ain't no. You gotta know what the problem is. For every action to read for every. Come on, man.
Bro, look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
We gotta understand, it's gotta be, what is the reasoning for it? So if it's a business, then it can't be nothing else but business related. But a marriage is much more than a business. It's a covenant. And yes, you in a partnership. Every type of relationship, situation, courtship, everything is bound together. But let's get back. Let's get on this topic because we go out. This is gonna be everything. Listen, what are your thoughts on women feeling entitled to being protected and provided for? Each man tell me.
Sure.
What are your thoughts on women feeling entitled to being protected and provided for?
You got 60 seconds.
They are not wrong because a man's supposed to court. Protect, provide, but they also have to keep their own weight as far as doing anything outside of a man needs them to do. sometime a man might fall short of, but outside that, realistically, I mean, a female just needs to be a woman.
But she's entitled, and she's not wrong by being entitled to want a man to protect and provide.
That's what a man's supposed to. A man's supposed. That's what a man. Initially, a man is supposed to protect, provide, secure, honor, have loyalty. You know what I mean?
I hate that word.
That's a fact.
Let's
Hold on. At the end of the day, the fact of the matter is, a man is supposed to. If I bring you in my world, that means I love you. You in my world, I'm a do what a man's supposed to do. If outside that I'm just trying to fuck you,
That part. My Jesus.
Forget about it.
Okay.
But she said so entitlement. Okay, so there's boundaries to entitlement. Yeah, you going to
Rachel said, I asked him, he said he ain't got nothing to say.
I do.
No, I said we going.
Okay, we're going this clock.
Yeah,
Okay.
me, bro. It don't matter if I can meet a chick for 30. I'm just being honest.
One second.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, because they complain they don't.
Rachel said marriage is not a business, honey. And Shannon said if she doesn't feel safe, you need to move on.
Rachel.
She doesn't.
Rachel. I'm finna get up in this shit. Let me tell you something, Rachel. Go down to the bank and try to take your fucking husband's name off the bank account.
Those are regulations.
No.
But okay, those are regulations.
Go down to the bank and try to take your husband's name off of any
There's a
account.
question under your feet, Naj.
But me, I don't.
Question was, before you get off subject.
What are your thoughts on women? Everybody's invited to their opinion, and
See, this is the thing. Check this out, right? Hey, listen, I'm finna hurt some of y'all feelings. I'm gonna hurt some of y'all feelings.
Listen, what are your thoughts on women feeling entitled to being protected and provided for? We know his answer.
You call me a sucker for love. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna even play because it don't matter which woman. If I don't know you for 5 minutes and I say you want to go to the club with me, you say yeah, and we go to the club, it's all on me. I'm gonna make sure you feel protected and not disrespected by a woman, a man.
Now your place ain't to protect me from the women. That's my place.
Right. Oh yeah,
that's my place.
But if
I got that.
Shit,
I got
that. If we at a strip club and you like, these strippers stink. Yeah, I mean, and I don't want to tell her, so I'm like, bitch, look.
That's not your position. Again, I told you too much of your divine feminine.
I don't know.
That's not. Listen, the women handle the women, and the men handle the men. I shouldn't be coming to a man with a female problem, and I'm a female. I don't even want a man that's gonna deal with a female problem because his issue. What you supposed to do is deal with the men. Period. I got the women. You got the men.
You don't need to get in.
Unless I'm getting my ass whooped while I'm getting Okay, so
I had a problem with defending.
Okay. Rachel said right, and in 1958 and before it was called a marriage. He's talking like a player.
No. In 1958, sweetheart, it was called common law, baby.
We still have common law.
Common law doesn't exist.
Listen, we're from Kentucky. That's common law. We know this. Listen, we know Kentucky and Virginia are still common law.
Yeah, New York State.
And New York State.
Yeah, that's common law.
So,
And I talk about that a lot.
we just said.
I think it should be though. I think it's still stand. I think it's still held around because if I'm with you for 5-10 years and got
even 5 years ago when I left her right now,
she just lost her spouse of 9 years, but because they never got married,
Listen,
she's entitled to nothing.
listen, this is why, and I'm sure it's because ain't no because. Listen.
There you go.
Listen, let me understand something.
when you can be in a common law marriage without
You
some
still-
type of, then why are you not entitled to that person?
This is why. Listen, this is why, y'all. Listen, everybody's points are valid. However, this is why lines get blurred. You cannot treat a relationship with no commitment the same damn way you treat a committed covenant. You can't do it. Then why would you? Hold on. That's just like saying, listen, y'all gotta listen. We can argue this till the wheels fall off. The laws are what they are. So why do we rebuttal against it? Why wouldn't you want? Let's talk about jumping the broom real quick. So yes, people want it to be, there's a separation between everything. A good woman don't want to be bundled in the mix with a hoe or a side chick. A real man don't want to be bundled in the mix with a nigga you want to call a simp or a sucker or this. There's a difference. We have differences. We all are on different playing fields. So we can't expect things to be different where it helps us and it satisfies us. But then when it's something we don't agree with, no, we shouldn't be married. We shouldn't. Yes, I don't never. Without being married, I'm no more than the regular chicks that you was with, and you know more than the regular dudes I was with. And when you put that step on, it's just like saying, hey, we got the friend zone thing. That's another. Long as we friends, we're not entitled to anything from one another until we get into what? A monogamous relationship. There's steps to this world. It's steps to everything. It should be progression. I'm not going to be with no man like her 9 years. Unfortunately, he passed. However, it was part of your responsibility to make sure that you had covenant because we live by what governs us, laws. So at the end of the day, love ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with what the laws are.
It's a business. It's a business. It's a business right there.
Listen, it's these
It's a business.
It's a business.
They had a covenant.
They had a situation. They had a situation. Because a situation is something you're doing without a higher level of commitment.
Everything I'm good to help take care of them. They had a covenant.
It's not covenant. Listen,
but there was no.
It can't be a covenant. Who was the covenant with? Because remind you, a covenant. Listen, I'm not talking about the state. We have a creator that said there's a covenant that need to be put in place. We're not talking about no laws. The laws is secondary.
I'm ready to go in my pastor.
The covenant is first.
No.
So go, the baby, you go. So let's go back to.
Can I go to my pastor mode?
No. What are your thoughts on the women? Naja, what you have? The question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dallas said.
Can't hear.
Hey.
Dallas said he's not ready. Committed relationship, bro. Look, any excuse to stay single.
Speak up.
He's not. Because he didn't say that right. He's not ready for a committed relationship. He's looking for an excuse to stay single.
Who?
That's a fact.
Oh no, that was 2 minutes ago. Y'all talking.
If you talking about me, I'm gonna tell you something now. Zoe will never ever get married again. Ever, never.
Y'all know where that's coming
Never.
from. Right.
Listen, I will
Okay,
never. Listen to me. All you niggas, I'm gonna call y'all
can't say
niggas.
niggas.
Okay, I'm sorry. All you black folks. All you colored folk. All you colored folks.
All you amazing people.
Listen, I get it. The religious thing and all that, whoever you believe in, all that shit, that's great. Good. I'm happy for you niggas. I'm sorry, for you colored folk.
Okay.
For you colored folk. But until you got that Bible, before you grab that Bible,
how do you know his religion?
let me not say that.
Right, we're not talking about religion. We talking
Okay,
about
what was the question? Because I hurt your feelings.
What are your thoughts on women feeling entitled to being protected and provided for? I'm gonna say that I definitely agree with it. And I'm one of those women. If I don't feel entitled about anything, I definitely feel entitled about a man being around me and protecting and providing the way that he's supposed to.
He should.
Can I ask y'all?
So if I can't feel
Hold on.
protected by you, then I'm not gonna be around you because one, I've already been through shit that should have killed me.
That part.
Right.
So I already don't open my energy to everybody as is. So if I give you that little bit of time that I have, then I better be able to feel comfortable enough around you that even if we was to go somewhere, I didn't go nowhere, that you will still be that protector and provider.
Exactly.
I don't care how big or how little it is. It could be as small as getting me an Uber because my car's down.
Yeah.
Or, something like that. So it don't always have to be like giving me $100, $20. You know what I'm saying? Like
You gotta be
it's
financially
always
all
got to
the
be
Yeah.
something that show me that you there for me. That whatever slack that I have, that you gonna show me and help me and get me to the right place that I need to be.
That's
So
Well,
yes, the entitlement is there and should be there.
Yes.
And
That was nice.
I think that
That's it.
if you just meet some, see, this is the problem I have with the question is now in depth. Let me ask you this before I answer. Do I know this person already, or is it somebody?
it don't. Let's just say.
There you go.
Hold up, because
There you go.
wait.
There you go.
So yes, you do.
I know her already. There you go.
I know you already. If I know you already, you know.
And this is why I say it's
Excuse me,
not.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna get
You and this damn phone. You ain't coming back.
There you go.
Listen.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why that should not be iffy. It doesn't matter if you a man. Let's say you're a man and you in the grocery store and you see a woman you don't know getting beat on by another man. As a man,
That ain't my business.
and that's the problem. And this is part of. Listen, this is part of the problem right now. Why would a man that said I'm 100% a man, I can protect and provide for, let's say the old term, since we going to 1958, damsel in distress.
Let's go.
But because of that situation, you don't know. I'm not getting in the middle of that. I don't care what extent you intervene. There should be a time where it's like, you know what? Hey, bruh, I don't care. It could be both. I don't care who it is. This is a woman that needs the help of a more masculine energy. And you telling me you gonna walk past that?
Listen to me, fellas.
Man.
If y'all don't hear shit else I say to y'all,
My granddaddy wouldn't.
let me tell you something. Many niggas are in the graveyard right now today
Listen.
for other people's shit that they had nothing to do with.
I feel
You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
If you walk up on me and you see me slapping the shit out of my girl, you don't know what the fuck she did. I'm gonna shoot the shit out of you and whoever else you in the car with. All y'all motherfuckers.
Listen. Okay, so again, listen. I definitely have
I'm
a
telling you
problem
right
with
now, if I
that.
walk in Walmart, niggas grab me. Man, bro, chill out.
Chill out.
Stop playing with
Bruh.
me. Y'all handle that shit somewhere else.
Bruh, please don't ever do that shit.
Listen,
Bro, I
this is the first step. This is the first step. Understand what Joe said. So,
Bruh, that shit gonna go
and I say that because
Walmart gonna be fucked up.
listen, remind you.
Walmart gonna be fucked
So
up.
we go, everybody move with the flow, everybody, I believe the universe, this, that, and the third. First of all, whatever's predestined and written, that's what it is. If you're supposed to lose your life, helping somebody, that's what it is.
Let me tell y'all a story.
So wait a minute. We got questions. What are your thoughts on women feeling entitled? Troy, y'all having a whole separate conversation. Y'all should be dialoguing over here. You ain't said nothing all night.
Hey, let's swap, man. Y'all come on, get in, bro.
Yeah, want to take it?
Neither one of y'all on the train. I think this is good dialogue, though.
What are your thoughts on
It's great dialogue.
women? What are your thoughts on women feeling entitled to be protected and provided for? So I would say yes. I feel like she puts it on New York. I agree with feeling entitled by a man. First of all, the things that are missing for most of us women is solely that the protection and the provision of being provided for to a certain extent. When we say provided for, everything has been, you want a man to solely take care of you, this, that, and the third. Everybody's perception of what providing is different for each and every person. In exchange, remember, this is reciprocity. In exchange, one person's giving and the other person's giving something else. as a male and female, why we don't understand each other and why we have this difference of one another is not a bad thing. We're created that way. I was never created to 100% understand you. You was never created to 100% understand me. When you have pieces of a puzzle, no two pieces of that puzzle is the same. It'll never fit. So your shape is one form, mine is another. Together, we collectively connect, and there's a bigger picture that should be built from that. So when we say it's not a bad thing that happens. However, yes, the provision, I want you to protect me. I want you to provide for me. I want you to do the things that I expect from the masculine energy. In exchange, I should be in my feminine, and I should be the woman that I need to be. I should be nurturing you, cultivating you. I should be supportive of you and doing the things that I need to do. Protection, provide. Right now, me being serious, like I woke up one day, probably 4 months into being by myself again, was like, I feel unsafe. I mean, mentally, for a minute, it messed me up.
You've been with somebody for 16 years
But-
take what you're supposed to.
That right, but even if it was less, the whole thing is now I have no male energy. Now, you feel that's the biggest thing for women to understand what we need. Yeah, I need you to, have a job and do these things and us be able to not be unhappy because money's going to cause more turmoil. So yeah, we need to be stable. However, the biggest picture of that is when I lay in the bed at night, I don't want I got like 9 pillows on my bed. But don't ask me, why I got 9 pillows. I line them up like there's somebody else there in order to sleep, because then that's a form, like, these are things that we need when women say, I don't need a man, that's a lie.
But it's safe to say you're what
Especially
we call
when you live like
in the job world, you're what we call a master. You get what I'm saying? 16 years of a marriage, that becomes a master. You see what I'm saying? You've mastered marriage. So now you need somebody there because you're used to that. You get what I'm saying? Like how long your husband been? I'm sorry if I made up with.
3 years.
3 years. So technically, society says for every year you need 6 months to heal. So she's 16 years. Her husband been dead for
3 years.
3 years. She ain't even begun to touch the surface of the healing process. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I said, like, man, y'all really want to have some dialogue? Come on.
And it depends. So, like, when you understand, and that's a whole, I try not to bring that up when I'm working on that part, but the healing process, when you ready, it has nothing to do really with me being alone. Like, you know what I mean? Needing that male energy. The reason for that is not because I haven't healed, because now I'm in a place, I see things like we do. Like, my mental is on the fifth dimension. I'm way above it. I understand all of that. So what happens is, what I also understand is I'm not the head of anything. So until I get another spouse, a mate, I'm out of divine design. There's a place that every woman that's alone or every woman that feel like she should be single is out of her divine place. So because I'm out of position, a lot of the doors that should be opening, would be opening, and things that would be there, it's gonna barely miss me because I'm not in my proper position. Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this thing is bigger than, being single. And people like, you should stay single, girl. You should be. I understand this on a whole, on a gala level. You understand? Like, this ain't the physical, it's a gala level. So I understand what I also need from a man. I need a man that's gonna be like, let me get up and check the doors at night so I can sleep. I snore now because I don't sleep through the night. I don't want to have to wake up and be like, Denaja, you home? Let me check and make sure my daughter good. Ain't nobody slid through a window and took my baby out of it. Like, I wake up in the middle of the night and check all the doors even before I go to sleep.
If you have friends
that extra security of us waking up in the middle of the night and checking the doors because ain't nobody there with us.
That's part of what a woman's supposed to have, because that's not my position. That's not her position. Our position is to be able to go through the night knowing that this man, I don't care if you got your 9 on the dresser side, if we heard a bump, you getting up first, bruh, and I got your back.
Yeah, right. That's all about growth and development.
I'm just tired of that.
I want my woman to goddamn her 9 too, and we both.
I said I'm right there, but you I see what happened when his girlfriend, somebody broke in their house and they trusted me.
You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? I don't need no bitch in there. Oh my God, let me help. Man, you gotta squeeze.
If you take this in, growth and development, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, love, life, and loyalty. You
I
are
think that's
not.
the best damn thing.
Well, what you
said.
Bro, I'm from Chicago. What you Jimmy? Your ass with the lit. Nigga,
Love, life, loyalty.
And you also got to practice what you preach.
Well, I like again. I'm not protect. Listen, if you go out with me, I'm not jumping in shit that you had going on before my situation.
Well, that's different.
But see, that's what I'm saying though. It said entitlement. So if I just meet you and we go out and some girls walk up and start jumping you, and what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah, because you just met her.
I hope that you would try to stop it.
I ain't doing nothing.
But you're not entitled to protect her at that moment because you don't know her.
Look,
But it wouldn't have been nice as a woman for you to be like, hey,
yeah, I'll be like,
something like that. Now that they still jump her ass, you ain't got nothing to do with that.
So what are your thoughts on women feeling entitled to being protected and provided for?
So, this is funny because I was going to do something, but.
You can do it. What was you going to do?
Alright, so what I'm going to do is right now, don't front, okay?
Okay.
Alright. So let's say I just met you yesterday, right?
Okay.
And then I'll be like, yo, let's go out today. Alright.
Okay.
So we go to a place. And we talk.
Right here
And I'm
now.
like, yo, what you got going on today? Yo, what you doing?
What, today?
Yeah, I'm asking you, what you doing today?
If I'm going out with you, then
Yeah,
I'll be
right.
hanging with you. So,
Alright,
yeah.
so just go ahead and meet me at this spot. You cool with that?
I'm fine with that.
Alright, yeah, so we go to a spot. Alright. You want to meet me there or you want me to pick you up?
It depends on what the mood is at
It
the
don't
time.
matter. So what you want to do?
You can pick me up.
Alright, so I pick you up and we go there. So we go there together. So we get there. Now you see some other girls there.
Okay.
You got into it with somebody just down the third. But I still hold you down.
Okay.
So I'm like, well shit, look, don't worry about it, man. We get up out of here, man. I'm gonna make sure you straight. I'm gonna make sure you good. So what you gonna do after that?
I'm trying to think.
I might give you some.
He gets the ass. He gets the booty. I ain't gonna lie.
No, that's real shit.
It's like, if
Because I was
you
making
get
what
some
she
ass,
said.
right, if you
No,
can
I'm
take
making
it,
sure she
you
said you're not wrong. She ain't gotta do nothing. Like, baby, you're
He already said the move. He said the move.
I know that, but that's a good. You want me to do?
Check this out, my G. Check this out, my G.
Everybody walk up on you. They get laid the fuck
Check this out, my G. I got a cousin right now that's laid to rest.
We do too.
I got a cousin right now that's laid to rest. All
Bro,
right,
mama,
you dig what I'm saying? Check this out.
out.
You gonna jump? Let me tell you something. I hope don't none of y'all ask me to go out because I ain't jumping in no motherfucking thing.
No, but my whole thing is
everybody's
that if I can walk into a situation and kill a situation,
Right,
like
that's what I was gonna say. That's what.
Go ahead,
that's
I'll
why
be
the
talking.
protection
You
better get that for out.
because he set the
I'm
mood
saying-
already. He set the mood already. Asked me, can he come pick me up? He already asked all the right questions. You see how we just dialogue back and forth with each other. So he already made me in a position where I'm comfortable with him, where I feel like I'm protected with him enough to where he said, do you want to meet me or you can pick me up? He gave me a good enough vibe to where I feel like he can pick me up. Cause any other time I
That
would
nigga get you
definitely
goddamn home and rape the shit out you.
Okay.
So why would I do that? Because we already have to get to those places. No. He didn't lie.
Well, he didn't lie. Well, he didn't know.
Bro, hey, hold on.
Cause listen, the men y'all dipping in the mind of the female. So hear the female out and then we give
He just
got something to say
Right.
too.
So with him doing that already got me on the level of okay. So if he's already asking the right questions, making sure I'm comfortable enough to be around him to feel protected. But what happened was we went out, and these females, I might not even had a problem with them for so long. It don't even matter. I'm the type of female that people see me and be like, oh, this bitch. She already do this. She already do that. Her and her family. I get that now to this day.
You know,
So it don't matter if she's a shit sort or not. Them females could literally be the gross sisters besides me. So when he took the initiative, hold on, y'all. He took the initiative to be like, baby, I see you ain't starting nothing. I see these bitches is on some bullshit. We either go beat these bitches up or we out of here. I didn't already been in a situation where me and my kid's father beat up people together. Because what I'm saying, that's why I can relate to him saying. That's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you something.
I'm almost everybody. That's why I can relate to him saying,
Because
baby, we either gonna beat them up or we gonna get out of here, because he's letting me know, rather whatever I decide to do, he's gonna ride with me.
Bro,
Rather if I ain't about being no punk or none of that. If we want to get out of here, we getting the fuck up out of here. If we want to buck up and to beat these motherfuckers down, then we gonna buck up to beat them down. And that's just what it is. But he gave me that initiative from the beginning.
Let's talk. Queen and Slim is a prime example.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. Listen. Yeah. Let me tell you something. That's real. Listen. The funny thing is, we don't want to go back.
That's a made up story.
No, that shit happens. It happens.
I've been in situations where my ex or whatever, she was going through shit and she trying to throw hands on niggas. Now I gotta come in and throw hands on niggas, and we gotta
Chuck Wagon. R.I.P. Chuck. So my homeboy was fucking with a chick. Her baby daddy, so-called, she wasn't fucking with him no more. Comes over, my homeboy down, situation happens, shoot him in the dick. Blow his dick off in the middle of the fucking parking lot. You understand what I'm saying to you right there? You understand what I'm saying to you? It bleeds to death, waiting on somebody to come in. I'm not getting that shit. Do you understand me? I don't know you. I ain't getting that shit.
So, we have the same situation with our 19-year-old cousin.
You see what I'm saying?
But listen,
He died.
Let's keep it.
He was in his early 20s, messing with somebody, taking
Listen.
his girlfriend's baby. He got shot in the heart. We was in our early 20s. I lost my cousin.
And let's keep it out 100. Stop.
Because his baby daddy was jealous.
Listen, fuck all that.
He wanted his girl.
Listen, stop. Fuck all that, because y'all playing around. None of us can cheat death. I don't give a fuck what the situation is. However it's written for you to go, you not avoiding that shit.
I disagree.
You not avoiding it.
I disagree.
No, how you gonna die?
I disagree.
How you gonna die?
I have no idea, but I ain't put myself in no fucking situation to make it happen.
You don't know how it's gonna be there.
I ain't put myself in no situation to make it happen.
You don't know. You don't know. You can die. Listen, right? You don't know. You can't cheat death. It sounds good, and that's so right, but you can't cheat death.
And me and you out on a date, and your baby daddy come up, blah blah blah. This my bitch. This my bitch. I'm gonna look at you like, Shaw, what the deal?
You ain't got to look at me like that, because I'm gonna be like, hold on.
This nigga, this
sit right here. Let me handle that. It's my responsibility to handle that.
How you go? You get what I'm saying?
Okay, what's the question? No, because the real woman's gonna handle that shit herself. What you say? He may or he may not.
every nigga I know.
Listen,
I don't
can't
take
say the
a
N-word.
from a nigga.
Dallas said, just like,
I'm just quiet on there. I ain't gonna talk to you.
what is?
just like right now, as much as we should hate to get involved, we're watching innocent people get killed because of others' propaganda. So we definitely won't get involved in a situation that involves someone getting jumped because you have no real emotional connection to that person.
He talking about Ukraine. He talking about Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah.
But you know what?
We talk Listen, we're talking about the fact that we need our black men to stand up and be providers and protectors. I don't care what the situation is. You are here to protect me. I'm here to cultivate and nourish you. You're here to protect me, so on and so on. It doesn't matter what the situation is. It just sounds good. a male figure stand in the line of fire for a woman. Ain't no fucking way you gonna say you never seen that in your life. Ain't no way. You lying.
I haven't. I seen a nigga get his ass.
Listen, if it look,
I seen a nigga get his ass.
I don't expect that.
That's cool. I got doors.
It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
yeah, I'm mad.
And I was man,
But
I was a man to protect my child.
That's different though. You talking about mine?
Look, what was you about to say?
It starts from, think about this. It starts from what this brother's talking about. Let's keep it funky. Majority of the brothers that's in here, we don't agree with each other.
Exactly.
But street niggas, hold on. We don't agree. Street niggas, we really don't agree. He a street dude too. He's been through it. But mind you, he's in the mind state and saying, you know what, I don't want to go through that. I want a female I could get through the situation with. He's past that. You said what?
I don't want one female. That's your
How many would females?
Bro, that's your problem.
The fact of the matter is, you want a female that's going to attract and do everything you need to do for you.
No, I'm gonna do it.
He don't, cause they're sitting at home.
Bro, one thing about
It's not because I don't know. This nigga was trying to romance everything outside the situation.
Bro, if I
That's your problem, bro.
No, it's I know what y'all problem is. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. What y'all problem is, if y'all say y'all in a relationship, if y'all in a relationship with a woman, you can hide it, you can do whatever. But if y'all have that connection with each other, you're supposed to protect this woman. And you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do for this woman as a black man.
That's in a relationship. If y'all don't know this,
One thing I found out is money don't make me. I'm gonna tell you if I don't have a bitch with me, I'm gonna go and
Why she gotta be a bitch?
a female. If I don't,
It is, but a lot of times don't have a woman with me.
me.
However, we have to be more cautious of the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The image we have.
You've been married, right?
Yeah,
You've been married, right?
I've been married.
I've been married too.
Yeah.
Why didn't your marriage work?
That's what I was saying.
Because the female stopped doing what I wanted to do.
Why?
Why?
Okay, so why?
Because they got comfortable.
Or was it with something that you was doing?
No, I was.
most of the time relationships end.
Hold on, big homie.
Bro,
I'm gonna let you talk. I'm sorry.
Me, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I ain't putting no sugar on this.
Bro, it's the reason that shit didn't work.
Bro, look, I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. Then, when I get a woman, I take care of my bitch.
No. What
I
he
take
said
care of my woman. I take care of. I take money. No, not money wise, bro. Money wise.
What did she stop
Or
doing?
none of that.
What did she stop
Money
doing?
don't make.
This what they saying.
Money don't make
This
you
what they
work,
saying.
bro.
This what they saying.
Check this out, bro.
It's only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
You work 18 of them.
Right. Exactly.
That's one.
You work. Listen, I tell people that. Listen, truck driving. And all you truck drivers, listen to me. Truck driving is the number one. The number one.
At work.
Truck driving is the number one call.
I'm gonna bullshit on that.
I've been half
That nigga got all the answers. I know you
look, bro. No need to cut y'all. I bet 1, 2, 3 in him. Y'all ain't never walked in shoes that I walked in.
Bro,
I'm gonna tell you one thing about it. All the shit I done did, I feel like I deserve to do that because that's my karma.
No. Hell no.
You know what
So check this out.
My thing is, if you understand that that's your karma, then that means you learned that.
Money call,
But you're still doing it.
Let me tell you something.
You can't learn your lesson. You can't learn your lesson.
Let me tell you something. I believe everything you're saying. I believe everything you're saying. I'm gonna keep that shit.
Bro,
I believe that. But bro, I'm telling you, I believe everything you saying, and I know you a stand up nigga because some shit you say. But when you be like, yeah, all this that, I'm doing this, he will tell you, bro, I do this shit every day. You talking about mad bands in the strip club, bro?
Man, I'm not.
Nigga, I spend 20. Bro, this shit.
See, I'm telling you why both of y'all motherfuckers crazy. I ain't spending out a goddamn dime.
I've done that.
Me too. I started these strip clubs.
When I say nigga, I put 20 joints on the airline, bro. This is problem. I get that. So as a brother, as a black man, trust me, I understand.
And I know what I'm doing.
I understand.
This is the problem.
Listen. Okay.
Sometimes
Female perspective.
let's just
I know what I'm
talk
doing.
to each other.
I'm about growth and development.
Let's take
Okay.
we gotta take care of these. We gotta take care of our black.
Look, you know when I was my first marriage.
Yeah.
I was doing the same shit you was doing. I went, I was young. You know what I'm saying? I was young.
You gotta don't come back.
Nigga, you ain't leaving without.
He won't flip like you. It's the game. Sit down.
So look, I was married, and I was working 2 jobs. Never forget it to the day of my life. I was working 2 jobs. I would come home, the house be dirty, smoking cigarette. I don't smoke. I hate cigarette. You know what I'm saying? But her daddy pulled me to the side. I respect this man to the day. Like right now, if he called me, I would pull up with no hesitation. He said, "Man, let me tell you something. This her father. This her father. Her dad, not mine." He said, "Let me tell you something, man. You're a fucking fool." He said, listen, he said, you going to work, 2 jobs, coming home, taking care of the kids, cooking, and she ain't doing shit. You know what that shit did to me? It clicked the light bulb on. It clicked the light bulb on. Oh man, I'm out of this motherfucking situation. You understand me? And I ain't never looking back. And from that day forward, if a woman don't bring something to the table, like man, look here, I don't care about your looks, I don't give a fuck. I want a fat girl. I want a girl that eat, because I know she's gonna cook. You understand me?
I cook and I'm not fat.
Well, you do cook.
So
you got a lot of fat. You got a lot of fat things.
Oh, Lord. Dessert.
She got a lot of fat things. You understand?
You had one to go back to that little, whatchamacallit we was talking about?
Huh?
I said you had to want to go back to that little whatchamacallit we was talking about. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure that.
What little whatchamacallit?
Y'all might have them.
Okay, so love connection. Okay, anyway. Andrea has a question. We're gonna go. Andrea has a question. You got me there. Oh. This is.
What's something you do regularly to nurture positive feelings within the relationship?
Pay bills.
What?
I pay the motherfucking bills.
So that's nurture the positive. To nurture. Read the question again, please.
What is something about you? No, wait, that's not it. Did I put it in? Mm-hmm.
You keep man.
Yep. What's something you do regularly to nurture positive feelings within the relationship?
I try to keep an open communication and try to
2 hours.
keep an open communication and let that person know that I'm there for them and that we can talk about anything. So it be anything together.
Alright, check this out though. I guarantee you, I ain't never had this, or y'all probably did. I got in trouble, right? Mm-hmm. So I had to go to jail. I don't what that shit is.
Nah, I thought she was asking for. I was telling you to pass, so I ain't get up. She want to keep. She want more coffee.
Okay. Like, leave it alone, y'all.
Like I'm trying
You can leave other questions if you want to. Okay. Make sure they can hear you. Can they hear? You got all this one. Just speak of
So basically, I got in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And I do what I do. I grab my phone. So I was like, look, here you go, take both my phones. Just you call anybody. Ain't no man gonna give a woman their phones when they go to jail.
No, I know that for sure.
Okay.
I ain't going to jail. I don't know if I give you my phone. Right now.
Take both them phones.
Good.
Man, you can call any number in that yellow. We good.
It depends. I'm saying Most of them, now the reason being is because you was all the way 100. Like your shit was straight.
You was in.
Right. Your shit was straight all the way in. So yeah, you better. I mean,
And I also gave him my credit card. I gave him my debit card.
Was it your wife that you did that to?
Well, we wasn't married at the time.
But that's somebody you fucking trusted.
Right.
Yeah, but nigga, that don't mean I wasn't always.
No. But what I'm saying though is, what I'm saying though is,
somebody
bro.
for 5-6 years they went to jail. They did not give me their phone. I know.
Thank you.
Well, see,
Let
that's
them know.
I'm taking it with
She
you.
looked at me. She said, "You gonna give me your shit?" I said, "You gonna take everything. I don't care. Just take it. You know, I need to get out this bitch tomorrow because I'm finna lose." You know what I'm saying? Too much money.
Again, though, my G, that's somebody that you trust. See, like people want to use
But
words
I
like
was being
loyalty and
honest.
trust and shit like that. And like I said, we can have this dialogue. I'm real. Like, look, I
Now,
talk
I
crazy.
got
The question down.
I talk crazy. But I'm educated.
Like, and that's why as women, I don't know if y'all really believe
It's
this.
been over $2 everybody's phone.
Oh yeah, I know you're gonna shut it down, but I'm gonna tell y'all, like, as far as women, we was together for like 7.5, 8 years. That's the only person I had sex with.
Boy.
Real shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, though? But that's called
That's
rapport, my nigga. That's called
That's
rapport.
knowing what they want and desire.
You know what I'm saying?
I said,
I know that's
You know what I mean?
years.
You know what I mean? Real talk.
Like, that's real shit. Like, I ain't
Hey,
had
we
sex
the
with
best.
nobody.
Hey, listen,
We
bro.
do move on.
My
You
auntie-
get
my
not all
auntie-
over the place.
Because when y'all move on and y'all go back to your ex,
No.
ex
No,
or a
not
new
for
nigga,
everybody. Because
Oh, I'm
my
about to
last
kill
relationship, I've been single for 5 years. My last relationship lasted 7 years.
yeah.
So they don't always
kill
just,
her.
yeah, you don't
Baby
always.
girl sleeping
That's
on
no.
me. Wake up over there. You need to
No,
answer
That
it's-
shit was. I said, what the fuck?
that's a good thing.
Well, go ahead and end the show. Tony.
Yeah.
We gonna stay live though for a second. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to
Okay, I got a comment.
Okay.
Well, no, we-
Dallas said they seem like they all been through a little something too,
Yeah.
because something to cause them to carry themselves the way they do, rather good or bad. Change is what
Tell you to go back outside.
you
he's
want
horrible.
and choose to do.
D, go outside, D.
D, we gonna have some conversation when we get out the shop. You gonna have to understand who I am.
Oh, you want me to reread it?
D.
They seem like they all been through a little something that caused them to carry themselves the way they do, rather good or bad. Change is what you want and choose to do.
As a black man in America,
Oh my.
hey, listen to me,
That's
ladies.
That's like you talk about America.
Listen, because I just want to say this. I just want to say
Dallas
this.
is black. He's a black man.
A lot of women think this shit easy being a black man.
Why did no? We can't do that. That's not true. We can't lump every male and female in the same.
I didn't say it. I
You
said
said
a
every-
lot. No, I didn't.
Why?
I
A
said
lot is
And
majority.
a lot don't.
So here's the thing. As
And
a
that's
black-
a man that left that comment, not a woman. That's a man.
Well, he
that's
said
talking
he
to.
did. I
He
don't know
just
where
said-
he's from. I don't know where he raised
He's
at.
from New Orleans.
Oh, he definitely fucking know.
He was married. He's recently divorced. He was married for a very long time.
Yeah, so he
I
know.
him. He's
He definitely from. I don't give a fuck what part of New Orleans
But
he
what
from.
he
He
was
know.
saying was, all the men have been through something, whether good, bad, that molds you into who you are. That's all he said.
Yeah, but that's what they're
Basically.
saying. I was saying for the women in America or wherever that it's hard out here for us. You get what I'm saying? Like we go to work. Some of us are bums. Some of us are bums. Some of us are bums.
Right, I'm sure.
But we go to work. We try to provide for a family. And Chris Rock said it best, and I'm gonna walk off after this. The world loves women, children, and dogs. They are the 3 most loved things on the planet. A man, especially a black king. Y'all don't want to have this dialogue.
We're gonna have that dialogue definitely very, very soon because that's the majority. And this man knows me, so he knows I don't agree with any of that. Most of the men that know me know I don't agree. That's y'all. You men right here is the reason why we're doing this right here.
Now your show is so dope.
This is the only reason.
But you're 1 in 100.
only reason.
I tell you what we going tonight for the after party? We usually go to pseudos, right? So check this out.
Put the address in there for me.
Man, get it done.
Listen.
I'm with it.
I'm gonna say this for America.
Y'all the never.
What club can we get in here free films?
We gonna sing it.
No. This is what I'm saying.
I don't think you know me.
Nah, this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, what do we get free?
No, we open.
What he's saying is when we go to the club and then we got to do like gossip. When we went for the thing, they want to sort of gossip on Thursdays, hosting, right? I said, listen. He's like, well, the women are free, the men are $5. And I said, why would you choose the men to come in when the women, like, we're cultivating together, right? So the men, because the men, you know, automatically we're gonna make the men pay. I don't agree with that either.
But that's
because the men already gonna buy drinks for the women, so you gonna get your money. But my dynamics for that was you a new establishment. You shouldn't be charging any damn value. Men, women, cat, dog.
Little men.
You know what I mean? But you know, I definitely get what you said. That's the structure of that's the European structure, and that's the people that fall under that are the people that agree that there's been. Their mind has been cultivated to say, hey, men, you know, black men are lesser value. We all, technically, you know what I mean? Are. If you get the code, you know, we get animal codes on the police collar code. You know what I mean? Meaning when we somewhere dead, they give you the code of a dead animal. Yep. So that's male and female. But however, this is why we're moving by ourselves, but we're forcing we're together. My whole objective is for us to come together. Stop. I'm not blaming you for being who you are, what you've been through, and what a woman did to you. And I don't want you blaming me for what I went through and what a man put me through. What we need to do is deal with what we've been through before we even step back in the sector, and know what you want before you step back in there. I make it very intentional. Anybody come, I'm not playing like I don't want to be a wife again. You're not going to get that from me. If you see me online on the profile, I'm very detailed. So you know, don't, my exact words, don't come for me unless you coming for me. You understand? Be intentional. If a man is saying, I just want friends, if that's what you want, I respect that. However, you and I don't want the same thing. So I'm not even going to invite you into my world. I'm not even going to play with you, dude. Because we already know what you want. You put it out there. So once we start putting ourselves out there and not being fearful about what it is we really want for ourselves, whether somebody agree with it or not, we can respect each other more now. I can respect Zoe saying he ain't standing in the fire for a woman. That's his truth. I can respect Eric for saying, hey, I got my woman if I just met her yesterday, today, or whatever. I can respect that. That's his truth.
Hey, y'all give me
and so on and so on.
So I can make sure I text y'all.
You know what I mean? So we have to understand where we at. Agree to disagree, but listen, we need to learn something from one another each time. This is a learning platform. This is a platform that's gonna bring us together. Bless you. Instead of keep us torn apart. So with that being said, I definitely want to thank all the men that showed up. Listen, stand up, bless you. Stand up, God. Every time I have multiple men on the show, we have an amazing time. Yes. I respect the fact that I can get men to open up. But then I had men crying and all kinds of stuff. So I love it because this is the part of the man and the black man per se that we don't get to see, that we think don't exist. However, it exists. You just have to be the type of woman that he can trust to bring it out. Speak. So these are things that are important. And listen, I don't. And if you know me, you know I don't talk just to be talking. I speak on experience. I speak because I've been through it. I was this type of woman. I used to be I don't need a man to do nothing. You know why? Because I was raised that way. But what I noticed by using my own son, that's why I say excuses are made to satisfy oneself. Yeah. If I was following the way I was raised, I would have never been a wife. I would have never had a successful level of commitment or any of those. Because I would have been moving the way my mom them moved That they get, I'm so Beyonce, I'm so bad, I'm so bossed up, and
also her songs was
super,
about
doesn't matter.
relationship.
I'm super humble when I'm in the presence of a man. It doesn't matter. All the financial things and all these things that don't matter. I'm so sick of the money thing. Like, are you gonna hold me at night? I'm that submissive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I ain't gonna lie, like, don't care about any of those things. Like, and to a certain extent, but right now, up front, we can build together. I'm a builder. Every black woman that understands her work understands she is a builder. The blueprint.
The blueprint.
She's a builder.
You gotta be the peace.
I'm a builder. Be his peace, tell him, and it's free. Those are two things a man needs. Be his peace and it's free. You don't have no line coming.
Hallelujah!
Stupid. That's how I line up. Every week, yes, every week we're gonna come up with something. I'm gonna talk to these men, get them back with the exception of the one that's trapped up. We're gonna work on him. He trapped up. We're gonna work on him. But I'm gonna have these men back. We're gonna come up with a topic. Ain't gonna come up because we have tons of topics just waiting to roll out. But again, we thank y'all. If any one of you men want to close out saying something, be my guest.
I'm gonna let Eric close it out.
What you got?
Eric, what's your name again? Troy. Yeah, Eric and Troy. Let y'all come.
And Dory.
My brother. There you go.
Dory ain't over there. Dory over there chilling. Dory don't want to be in there.
Right.
That's Dan.
Then
Oh, Danny. Okay. You said Dory.
I can say Dory. I didn't even get his name.
Close it out.
What she just said?
Matter of fact,
I said
I got
one of these amazing men want to close out. Both of y'all can. I don't.
yeah, it's
You
fine.
said one at a time.
You close
God,
out.
God bless everybody. God bless everybody.
You can't see me.
God bless everybody, and regardless of what you're going through, all your hardships, all your endeavors, whatever, we can get through it together.
Hey. That's
Yes.
I gotta go to the south side.
You